This is it. We are leaving the starting planet for the first time. Come on then, let's take off. We've got our ship in order. I've done all the side quests I've found on this planet. Let's reach for the stars, baby.
Welcome back, Captain. All systems are now operating within acceptable parameters. Shall I take our ship into orbit?
Yeah. So really what I'm thinking is that starting planet was just the tutorial. It was just getting you prepared, like with all the mechanics and stuff that you're going to be encountering on your grand adventure.
We
I
have
can't
received
wait.
a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Get to the point.
What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Right then, so Groundbreaker. We've actually got a side quest for Vicar Max on Groundbreaker, so that's good that we're going there. Right then. Fine, I'll have a word with Gladys. Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
The Black Marketeer.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Can I land somewhere else outside of Stellar Bay?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kelly.
Well, I'll take that as a challenge. Fine, I'll have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Okay then. What is this holographic shroud?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
That sounds pretty amazing. What are its limitations?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Why couldn't I just use a uniform?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise?
Fair enough.
The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
I'll put it to good use.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab.
Oh, so
And
he's
remember,
there.
don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Right. I'm gonna go there. Ground. Is this the navigation terminal or is this it? This is it. Oh, so we've got Terra 2, that's where we are. Oh, the Groundbreaker as a flying craft. Phineas Lab. Ah, so we can go to 2 places so far. Scylla. Monarch. I might go and see Phineas. Let's have a word with him to see what the crack-a-lackin' is. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Okay, moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Oh, look at this. Spaceman, I always wanted you to go. What I want to know is... Eh? Oh, that's the airlock. Look, everything's been shut down. When do these doors open? Oh, wait, what is this? I've never even been in this room before. The holographic shroud, I've already found it. It projects a disguise on you and your companion that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Messages for Scott from E. Blaine. Let you know that I've given out the rest of that you know. Ah, it's the girl. Sorry for the secrecy. You never really know who's reading these things. I appreciate you giving me the time of day. You risked your neck. Yes, I did. Alex Hawthorne. Bedford. I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me, I mailing you a copy of my favourite serial, The Space Adventure of Singularity Steel. Oh look, weapons from the void. Acquire Phineas' science weapon. Acquire the science weapon on Groundbreaker. You know what it is? I quite like how it just gives you the quest without having to like fully read everything. Because I'm not going through this entire terminal like. Done. Right, what else have we got? A Sentry Saber. I'll break that down. Now what I'm wondering, can I put stuff in here? Like if I put stuff in that bin, is that like my chest? I might try it, I might throw some... Oh, hello there. There's no response from this auto mechanical unit. A serial number etched into its chassis says Sam. Leave it alone. So how do I work this? Oh, look, man, all the doors have opened up now. I just had to go into space for the first time. I think I might just leave everything here. I don't really... Ooh, what is this? First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. So this is Pavati's quarters. I'll leave her stuff. A stern older man with warm eyes. So that's her dad. Oh, there's the Big Rev. Index of banned literature. Of Equity Equations. The Journal of Maximilian de Soto. Tossball trading cards. Art and Science of Tossball. This guy loves a bit of tossball, like. Examine. What's this in? Oh, sleep. I can sleep there if I want. OSI Anointment Vial. And all these are empty, I guess. Old Saber. What doesn't kill you gives you a tetanus. Whose is that? I tell you what. I want to put my stuff in here. All the stuff I'm not using. Right. Weapons. Store that. Store. I'll keep these legendaries because if this chest resets, I don't want to really lose all of my stuff, you know what I mean? There we go. Lockpick +5, tech skills +5. There's a couple other things I wanted to explore, but I'll do that later. I'll leave the armors for now. And is this limited? It might only be limited to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 5, 10, 15, 20 items possibly. Let's see, I want to store all these. Oh no, you can store as much as you want in it. Champion. Right, I'm good to go. Good to go for now anyway. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna make a hard save here in case that stuff disappears. You just never know. Come on then. How do we get out of Phineas Lab? Ah, so we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 6 possible companions. I want to take both of these. Done. Oh, it's huge.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it, blast, that's loud.
I can hear you. It seems a bit deserted, I suppose. I bet you it's only him here. Well, then again, he is a wanted man, as we found out.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Well, you're about to be in for a big surprise. I brought 2 friends along. What the fuck is that? Is that a sheep? Bubbles. Oh, there's loads of them. Cysty pig.
Cysty pigs make excellent test subjects. Also surprisingly nutritious. Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
For what it's worth, cheers for pulling us out of hope.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Why are you behind that bulletproof glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Got a moment to talk?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Have you met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Chill out, mate. They're with me.
Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular.
I'm doing pretty well.
Yes, indeed. Well done. What's on your mind?
So is that it?
I hope you're not What's on your mind?
Nope. Right, so he's actually got nothing to say. I thought he... The shrink ray. I hope you don't mind. Science weapons are unique weapons that have a strange and powerful effect. Science weapon damage and the strength of their effects both increase as your science skill is increased. Oh, I've got a Duke Nukem shrink ray.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
I might give it to one of my companions. That'll be hilarious. Okay. Anything else good? Now we can't actually get in to see him. No, why I think he's in there, I think it's because he doesn't trust us. Because we had the option of turning him in on Terra 2. Mop up melted pig. Got another hunting rifle, which is good because I want to try one with the no scope on it. Pocket watch. Oh, I can hack it. Bypass baby. To H. Blythe. I worked it out. Explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. Dumped a new associate, Dirtside, Terra 2, near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust in them only. About 23.7% at present. They're recovering a ship. Should be along at any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this Egger to be done.
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
I can see that, mate. Oh, and that's one of the pods that I got sent down on. He's got another terminal here. Let's investigate it. Experimental notes. Flash frozen organic material reverts back to its original cell structure when treated with sulfoxide. 60 pig notes. Have procured the services of one Captain Alex Hawthorne. I'll be sending my new accomplice down to Hawthorne via the escape pod. So who's he talking to? Law willing, he isn't a total buffoon. Hibernation chamber.
Hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
Buy a ladder. Actually don't want that poster. Can I drop it? It's a quest item. Ah, ready to liven up the walls of your ship. In that case, I'll take them all. Right, I think we're done here. Doesn't seem to be... Oh, look at that bad boy. Nah, there's nothing else here, is there? Come on then. Looks like we're going to Groundbreaker. Groundbreaker. To Groundbreaker it is. I love traveling to
The
new like.
Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
I love traveling to new spaceships and new like planetary docks. It just feels epic. I think the biggest sense of satisfaction I got was from Mass Effect when you landed on new planets and you had to get into them and stuff. Certainly, you can talk.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Junlei Tennyson. What about it?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Yeah, certainly. We'll do that. We'll head over there now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Did you learn your trade from your father? It sounded like when you talked to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
You worked beside your father your whole life?
Except for my schooling years, I was always beside him. Or tied to him. He used to carry me about in a sling when I was real little. When I got older, he set me to sorting tools and parts while he worked. Later, he taught me simple fixes like busted crate latches.
But did he ever work on spaceships?
Not on the regular. Once in a great long while, a Saltuna boat would break down on the pad. He'd always bring me along for those. Mostly, he did the same as me. Kept Bess, the cannery, running. Turned loaders, plumbing and electricity, some plastering. I never got the hang of that.
But Reed seemed to have it in for you. Why?
I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like he wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day.
Not wrong
It's
with
not
that.
normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
But you're actually phenomenal.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
That's enough.
Oh, did something break?
Break time's over, baby. Right, come on, she's come with us. So it looks like, I think we've got 2 side quests now. One for her and one for the vicar. And we can get these both done by the looks of it on Groundbreaker. Groundbreaker. Jane Elson.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Ground...
Captain. Hey, Captain.
What?
Something you need?
No, I thought you were just getting your knickers wet for something, but it turns out you're just excited. She's just excited to be here.
Shh.
Stolen. Who's this? Corporate Trooper, Marty, and Felix.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium.
Wait there. Tell you what we should do. I didn't realise that those subtitles were... They could actually be important. So... UI. Gameplay? Box subtitles.
You ain't the law here.
There, that's better.
I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a
What's happening here, pet?
Just arrived? Head over
Nothing.
to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
What happened with the argument?
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I heard he knocked someone out with a tossball stick.
The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it.
Fair enough.
So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
So what exactly did you do?
Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
So you defend the honor of your team, baby. Do it.
Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do.
Join me, mate.
Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Aye, aye. I'm the captain.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
I never caught your name. I'm Scott.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, mate.
See you around, boss.
So how do we get him as a
Going for
partner?
stroll around the docking base?
Maybe not yet. Something's probably going to happen. Give them to me. What's this? What does that say? Stoogie slime. No secrets behind there. I'm stuck. Right, I think we're gonna have to go and get processed. These are all just random workers.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please.
I'm just going to give him my Hawthorne ID.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day.
Why?
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
No.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
So how do I get it resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
So why was it impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
I'm gonna wring this guy's neck.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
I go on then.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Her shipment? What of?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm looking for someone named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Can I find a job?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
What do you know about Sublight Salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
How does Halcyon Holdings work?
Are you pulling my leg?
I just want to hear your take on it.
Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
Exactly, and that's who runs the entire system.
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
How does Groundbreaker fit into this?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
I want to know where this boardroom is.
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
Got it.
Glad to help.
I'm looking for somewhere more local. I wonder where this is.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Yeah, I bet you'd like to get inside. Got it.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
Right, so I've got loads of leads
Real
for jobs.
good attitude.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
Certainly.
All right.
Yeah, there's tension between the board and Groundbreaker, actually.
You noticed, huh?
I'm sharp.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
I'm glad it terrifies them, the bastards. Keep pushing them.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far,
Finally,
anyway.
tell me about Udom.
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
That's good info.
Sure thing. Be seeing you.
So, this Udon guy, as long as we hold our tongue, we might be able to get things out of him that we otherwise wouldn't. So there's a security desk behind him, apparently.
Move along. Carry on.
The quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Huh. Right, okay. So I'm not allowed in here, am I?
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again.
Restricted
No one
access.
lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You're hearing things.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker security do for you today?
I'm new. I could use some work. Any pointers?
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister?
Chief Tennyson.
Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
What's she like? Is she a good boss?
Good as she can be, I guess. What with all the troubles Groundbreaker's facing. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. But she tries her best to do right by folks, and that's what matters.
Why do you want to know that, Pavati?
No reason. Don't you trouble yourself over it,
No.
Captain. That was
I'd
very
like to know.
convincing, miss. I think your captain almost bought it.
So, leading a ship this size of Groundbreaker must be a challenge. Ah, fascinating. Anyway.
Right. Back to business.
Tell me about Sublight Salvage.
They're run by Miss Hagen. Half the tramp captains and contractors in the system have worked for her. I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the jobs they do aren't exactly above board. Downright anti-business, if you catch my meaning.
Tell me more.
Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing, and somebody else had such a thing, but they weren't inclined to sell. Now let's say the one who had the thing suddenly found theirs missing, and the one who needed got one. If anyone asks, Sublight says it got salvaged from an old wreck. Case closed.
So they're criminals, but they've got an office on your promenade deck.
If anybody could prove them criminals, the board would have put their foot down a long time past. They always got, what do they call it? Deniability? Something gets nicked or someone turns up dead, Sublight says, hey, independent contractor, not our responsibility. But everyone knows what they're doing, top to bottom.
So they're actually working against the how do you pronounce that? Halcyon board.
Against is a strong word. Let's say that if you need something the board ain't inclined to sell, you might look to Sublight to get it. You might pay Sublight a shitload of bits for it, but that money gets passed on to their contractors, so in the end, it's still business.
You must admit, there is a beauty to the order of it.
Yeah, I like the sound of it.
Everything operates within the constraints of the grand plan, even organized crime.
People do what they gotta to get by.
Fair enough.
Oh, sure. Gets a mite boring at this desk, you know. Then I get to chatting too much, and Commandant Sonia's gotta reprimand me again, and... Oops!
Oh, don't worry. Captain's real understanding.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their pointless, depressing lives.
Awful generous of you, listening to...
Well, look, she's already in. She's already in. Go and get the thing that Big Vicar wants. What is she doing? Right, I want to get more quests off her.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
I need your bounties.
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but 2 officers.
I can see why he's wanted dead or alive.
Dreadful, ain't it? Such blatant disregard for order. It's a real problem in the youth these days. It's true enough that he ain't particularly deadly, but the interest on each fine being compounded as they are means he'll be paying with his life insurance. Only way to cover it. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
Why don't you send Mardy?
Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks.
I'll take it.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
So, I've got a funny feeling, right? Because she said they might take his finger or his lucky lighter. When we get to this guy, I think it's going to be like sort of a quest, and we can choose to let him live. Okay, okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. So let's have a look at our quest and see what we want to do. The sick bay. So that's there. But this looks like a dead end, so I'm going to explore here first. Oh, all of that stuff was free. Bod. Okay then. Why, hello there, chaps.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch.
So Monarch's closed off.
With the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo
I love this space.
Try not
Oh,
to be
look at this.
distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Now with 12% more crunch.
No, this looks absolutely phenomenal. Is that an advertisement bot?
Rizzo's lemon slap.
If you're not crew, you're little people.
Oh, I've just realised that's not their name. Mardy, that's like the name of the army or the security force. I was wondering, I was thinking everybody's got the same bloody name here. Rest and go. This is where we're going. This is the side quest for Parvati.
Ooh, can we...
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
Do you do business with the Promenade merchants?
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Okay then, where's Gladys?
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Fantastic. Oh wow. Ching. Requires rest and go key card to unlock.
I'll keep quiet.
Yeah, keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't open that door. She's got a habit of opening doors. What the hell? How did he get in here? I need a key card. Where am I going to get that from? Possibly by hacking a terminal.
News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following statement. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you.
Gyro site.
When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love?
Oh my god, you can steal as long as they're not actually looking at you.
Given your auntie a hug today?
This is hilarious.
This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
Oh my god, I'm a master thief. This guy's looking in the box. I've just stole the box. Weapon parts. Dun dun dun. Oh, he's turned around. Nah, right, we'll leave that for now. Who are you? Ephraim Maywood.
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons to feed.
Question is, how do I get back there? Oh no, that's an issue. I can pick that lock, but there's like 9 people in here. Space has choice vendor discovered.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom.
This guy's
Lot
like
of slogans to keep track of.
the mascot of
Sometimes
Outer
I
Worlds,
forget.
like the Pip-Boy is out of Fallout. I've got to ask you about the hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
Where can I get one?
You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why?
You doing all right?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. Not just because I'm legally obligated to say so.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog.
How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this.
Okay,
Spread
okay.
wash, mouthwash, and mouth. Don't
Do you miss
miss out on
food?
needs,
Have sleep?
trouble sleeping. The blast will send you through the stratosphere.
Do they make you wear that?
Add an additional 10% to your purchase. At Spacer's Choice,
Do you need help getting out of there?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it. Now, are you
I'm just
ready
the
to
man
be
behind the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we... Now, if we're done with the chit-chat...
Sorry, Martin.
It's fine. Speaking of interest, can I have a
What have we
look?
got for sale? I thought I was going to get something out of that, but it was fruitless. Any good armor? What the hell are these? Oh, look, the moon helmet. Look, all of them put your lie up by 5. Nah, nothing's really that good. No really good weapons either. Okay. Hello there. I'm just went straight in the back of this guy's shop and robbing him blind. Oh look, I've just seen, look, a hat. Got one for free. Very nice. Pistols. I don't really need any of this stuff, I'll leave it.
I'm not
Oh, she's in
going
there.
anywhere, you hear?
The medical bay, got it.
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
What's a crack?
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Just a little bit.
See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
What's about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Tell you what, I'll look in on Jesse.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Hello, my friend.
What seems to be the problem?
I need to see Jesse.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
The records say, have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Take care. Something I can help you with? Take care.
Well, how about I just go back there forcibly? See ya. Aha. Dr. Wanda Dorset.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
I like your hair, girl. Wheeler told me to tell you to get off his ass about your shipment. Wheeler says your shipment won't be coming in soon.
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Oh, I like it.
Keep hanging around and I'll begin to think you're here for me.
I am.
What can I do for you?
Well,
You
maybe
have
not.
yourself a day, then.
So who did she want to see? Companion quest. Oh, so she's a companion, the girl out there. She's called Ellie. Ask Ada about the SAM unit. So, oh, it's Junlea Tennyson, that's who I need to see. 86 meters away. But first, we'll do this while we're here. Just over here. Oh, look, it's restricted as well. Ooh, a Mardi ID cartridge. Got it. Right. You will now be automatically disguised when entering the associated restricted area. Right then. Oh, I like this. Come on then, let's see how this works. trespassers will be shot on sight and fined. Holographic disguise activated. Your holographic shroud has activated, giving you temporary access to this restricted area. Moving drains the shroud's energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of this interrogation to reset your shroud. It will get harder to talk your way out the more you are interrogated. Oh look, she's not bothered.
Slow day, huh?
So as long as you don't, if you don't move, it doesn't drain.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
Look, they've even got the armor on. This is actually really well implemented. I love it. Can I steal things now? Does it reset? Yes, it does. Oh my god, this is perfect. This is the ultimate stealth.
To the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Open the door before I kick it in.
Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you?
No,
See,
of course not.
I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
I do work for the board, actually. Now pay me.
Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him I can pay, a part of it. And I'm a useful person to know. Just ask Ellie. Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. I'm dreadful contagious. I just know if I face him, I'm dead.
What did you do that got you in trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Level with me or I'll walk away now.
You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awfully cold-blooded of you. Though I admire your backbone. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So what does this have to do with the board?
Udam was my buyer for when I'd acquired the diamond. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udam's deposit I'd spent.
Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I'm going to do.
Udam Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
Alright then, I'll talk to him for you.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Yeah then. Right, let's get out of here. There's nothing else we really want or need. Oh, we're running out of... The operating room. Oh, why hello. I can pick that for free.
Gosh, that's clever.
Oh, I'm a beast. Oh my god, I just love looting. Favourite thing. Oh look, we've got a spare place to get to. Right, hold on. What we're going to do is... I'm going to reset this. I want to go through that hole.
My dad taught me some French, you know. Stuff about omelets and, fromage. I could take a look at that journal.
By all means. I would be astounded, yet astronomically in your debt.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing at all about eggs and cheese in here. Sorry.
Very helpful. Thank you.
So she speaks a bit of French, but she only knows eggs and cheese. That is pretty hilarious. I've got no idea where this is taking me, like. Some kind of like... Oh, what is this? Squatter's Journal. I've served on 2 corporate freighters before I got stranded here. Everyone's heard my sob story, but no one's listening. To them, I'm just a background radiation. Wasn't my fault the captain decided to take off early. Wasn't my fault that no one checked the crew manifest. Wasn't my fault they replaced me with a full-time member. Now I'm filthy, bitless, and besides, for as anyone's concerned, I'm groundbreaker trash. That's how I live, and if no one agrees to take me on as crew, I suppose that's how I'll die. Who is this? Is this one of my other companions who we don't know yet? Oh, look where we... Where are we? Oh, look, we're back here. I know where we are. Right then. Board approved by now. Grenade launchers. Hunting rifles, plasma rifles. Rate of fire. Bloody hell, look at that. Silver tongue kit. Increases your dialogue and leadership skills modifications. Plus 5 dialogue, plus 10 leadership. 500. That is pretty nice. So it looks like you can buy pristine items from vendors. Just you have to wait till it's probably randomized. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to quickly sell some shite. Right, we'll save it here. When we come back next episode, we'll continue exploring Groundbreaker, picking up all the side quests, and then we'll do them all in one go. It'll be like an action-packed episode. See you in the next one, lads.